I walked onto my land and my heart stopped. My entire tree line was gone, not trimmed, not managed, annihilated. Every towering pine I planted a decade ago leveled to stumps like an execution, fresh sawdust everywhere. Logs dragged away, roots ripped out like they never mattered, and standing there, arms crossed like she owned the world, was the HOA president. She smirked and said the words that flipped my entire life upside down. We removed them. The neighbors wanted a better view. You can thank us later. That sentence became the bullet they fired, and the reason they lost everything. I didn't shout, I didn't argue, I just hit record, walked the entire property, documented every stump, every destroyed root system, every footprint spilling onto their land. Because what the HOA didn't understand is that destroying mature trees on private land isn't a violation. It's a six-figure environmental offense per tree, and mine weren't six figures, they were 7. The official assessment came to $4 million in damages. When the board saw that number, their smirks disappeared. Panic swept through the room. They tried everything, calling emergency meetings, rewriting fake bylaws at midnight, blaming miscommunication, even accusing me of misplacing the property line. But the evidence was brutal. The recordings were brutal. The assessor's report was unstoppable. The judge didn't even hesitate. Since the HOA cannot pay the $4 million judgment, the plaintiff will receive equivalent land value. Transfer of HOA-owned parcels begins immediately. Silence, then shock, then the sound of their entire world collapsing. I walked out of court owning their main entrance, their lake access, their parking area, and the land their HOA office sits on. The entire neighborhood now drives through my property just to get home. Their office lease, they now pay me monthly. The HOA president who mocked me for blocking views. She cried outside the courtroom. She begged the judge to reconsider. She even tried apologizing to me too late. She lit the fuse herself. I didn't scream. I didn't threaten. I didn't touch a single member of the board. I simply rebuilt what they destroyed, and I went bigger. I planted a new wall of evergreens, thicker, taller, and so dense that not even sunlight breaks through. The same people who destroyed my trees for a better view now stare at a living fortress blocking every angle of the landscape. They wanted my trees gone. Now their entire view premium community looks straight into a giant green barrier, a barrier they can't trim, touch, or even step near without facing criminal trespassing charges. Because the land it sits on, mine, all of it, the HOA destroyed my trees to take my view. But with one judgment, I took their land, their access, their pride, and every view they ever hoped to steal.